The great misunderstanding, spread by many astrology critics, but also by astrology beginners, is that the stars influence people. This assumption is based on a causal explanation, but this is not the case because astrology is an analog system and not a causal one. Stay tuned. So, how it would be correct to say? I tell you, right now, it would be correct to say the stars reflect or symbolize or synchronize what is happening on Earth or in us humans. We perceive the world causally. One event triggers another event. A cause always has an effect, and this is again a cause for another effect, and so on. This is causality. But this causality is always based on an invisible analogy. Unfortunately, school science has no idea of this yet. The cause of an effect, causality, is based on an analogous information. This means that a cause is always a representation, reflection of an inner process. In the same way, the stars are an indicator, a reflection of an inner process on the macrocosm or in the microcosm of human beings. And here lies the freedom of the human beings. At this level of the microcosm, we are free to decide, unconsciously or consciously, whether we live our disposition as inhibited, minus, and attract in the outside the plus, or we live the given disposition as a compensator, plus, and attract the minus, antipole, on the outside, or we live our disposition in the recancelled form. Only in this way we change the things which we meet us in the causal external world. We manifest consciously. We have become masters of our destiny. Again, to be clear, the given disposition, which we can read from the stars, is not changeable, but the frequency, how we live this disposition. And this attracts according to the law of polarity, balance and attraction, the opposite pole, and thus influences our destiny. Should we live the pure form of the disposition, we also attract no minus or no plus, but everything that belongs to us. This is what we call luck. Here is an example. Someone drives his car into a tree. The reason is not the constellation Mars, car, square Saturn, tree. The reason is his inner psychic unformed Mars square Saturn disposition. Mars square Saturn in the stars indicates that the quality for his inner psychic constellation is given at this moment. If the driver had previously developed his Mars and Saturn qualities from worm or cocoon towards butterfly, what this is about you can find in my next video, he would also be experiencing a Mars square Saturn situation at this moment, but at a different frequency level. For example, he would be hammering a nail into the wall or practicing karate or something. But the constellation is major in order to be expressed, and since the driver has missed his adequate development, he unfortunately has to feel this constellation in a detoured, difficult way. This you can visualize through the 4 quadrants in the horoscope. Every quadrant happens simultaneously. More about this in my online course, Become Who You Are, Manifest Yourself with the Help of Astrology. You can find the link in the description below. Each planet, astrological principle, indicates a different quality or force, which appears differently in minerals, plants, animals, and people. The constellations in the sky are therefore not the cause of a certain talent, event, or behavior, but merely have symbolic character and indicate the existing quality. A planet, therefore, symbolizes a certain power, but this power does not emanate from this planet. A person moves in his own field of power, which is represented by his horoscope. The stars, constellations, are thus a representation of his inner soul stars. This individual constellation attracts a certain destiny. A person is free to experience this destiny as a worm, a cocoon, or a butterfly. And while we are talking about analogy, let's talk about real healing, because this is where systems like psychosomatic or homeopathy come in. They do not try to change something in the area of the material manifestation, the effect, like the school medicine. The symptom may go away for the time being with this method, but it will look for another manifestation. The change, on the other hand, takes place at the level of the analog information, the cause, and the physical symptom then disappears as an effect. More about homeopathy and psychosomatic soon on my channel. Check out the next video to dive into that. See you there.